Hello and welcome to the class of telecommunication. So today in this class we are going to discuss about cell. As we know that we have concept of cellular technology. We call it as cellular structure. Like our body or human body or any living body is made up of cells. That means we are forming a cellular structure which is a combination of cells. Similarly, in telecommunication also, the basic structure of a complete network is cells. So we call it as cell. What cell is? Cell is basically the smallest coverage area. So if I have a unit installed over here and this is the smallest coverage area of this. So we call it as that this will form my cell. Suppose I have omnidirectional antenna. Now, omnidirectional antenna is basically an antenna which radiates in complete 360 degree. So we call it as that this is my cell. So, on the other hand, we also have antennas which are called as directional antennas. Now, directional antennas are particular to an angle. So for example, we need to cover complete 360-degree coverage area, but we have installed 3 antennas at an angle of 120 degrees. Now this antenna is covering this as the smallest coverage area. So we call it as that this is also my cell, this is also cell, and this is also a cell. So cell, in short, cell is the smallest coverage area. Now suppose that we have this as a 360-degree area. So from 0 to 120, 120 to 240, and again 360 degree. That means we have divided this complete area into some sectors. We call it as alpha sector, beta sector, and gamma sector. So we have alpha, beta, and gamma. Alpha will range from 0 to 120 degree. This will range from 120 degree to 240 degree, and gamma from 240 degree to 360 degree. So gamma, this one as beta, and this one as alpha. So we have alpha, beta, and gamma as the 3 sectors. This we call it as sector of, if we have a complete area, sector of a cell. So smallest coverage area is a cell. So this will form, if there is an antenna, cell. If we have omnidirectional, cell. So smallest coverage area is a cell. Now the question is that what could be the shape of the cell? Now as like if I have omnidirectional, so this will radiate Earth's waves like this. That means no directional at all. No direction. That means we can't instruct to make a complete round curve to the waves. Or even if we have a directional antenna installed over here, so it will form a lobe like this and somewhat minor lobes like this. So if I draw a boundary, so this could be the shape. But in theoretical, we have seen that the shape of the cell is hexagonal. Theoretically, the shape of the cell is hexagonal. Now, how could they have achieved? Let's suppose that if we require to have cover 100% area. suppose we have an antenna over here and it will form. It will look like this. So this could be the complete area if we want to achieve 100% area. When I join the center or boundary, you can see the green color. Now for this specific cell, this is a boundary. So this could be the shape of the cell. From there they have written that this shape of the cell should be hexagonal in nature. Now suppose that if we have a round shape of the cell, so if we prefer, there is an overlapping of a cell, overlapping of a coverage area like we have seen here, overlapping of a coverage area. And if we avoid overlapping, if one cell and this is another cell and this is third, so there is some space left behind. That means there is a coverage hole. That means if the shape of the cell is like this, circular in nature, then we are left with circular some coverage holes, or also there may be some coverage gap or some coverage overlapping. So if we want to achieve this 100% or 99% target, my shape of the cell should be hexagonal in nature. So if this is one cell, we have second cell. I'm just combining the cells together. So this complete is cellular structure and it will cover up the complete area. So this is basically the theoretical and why it called as the shape of the cell is hexagonal in nature. And what cell is? Cell is basically the smallest coverage area. Now this could be a GSM cell. We must have 3G cell, LT or 4G cell. But the basic concept is the structure of the cell. Now as we move, GSM cell is bigger than 3G, then 4G. Because of the frequencies also, because of the data requirement also, we have this concept. So this is about cells in GSM. Thank you so much.